guys, it's Jera here. Today, I'm gonna respond to a couple of comments that I got on a different video, and that's gonna be today's video. It's gonna basically be like coming out to people who are not very LGBT friendly. I'm gonna read the couple of comments, I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm 18, still living at home, graduating 2 weeks from high school, and still terrified to come out to my parents because they don't. My dad is basically homophobic, and my mom just doesn't want me to do it. I tried once to tell them. It was the worst experience of my life. My mom cried and said she messed up raising me, and my dad threatened to kick me out of the house. Another question. What if you know your parents won't like the fact that you're part of the LGBT? I never came out to anyone but close friends, and now I feel like they're not really my friends, and my family isn't important in my life anymore. I'm trans and I really need help, but the only way I can get help is coming out, but I'm scared to do so. I'm really lost on what to do. Just came out to my mom. She now knows I'm pansexual. I just suddenly came out to her because she raised the question. She's not talking to me anymore. At least she didn't kick me out of the house yet. I hope she finds a way to understand that. So I feel like all of these comments are really related, and that having a parent or family members or friends that just aren't as ready or comfortable, or maybe ever will be ready to hear the fact that you're gay, you're a lesbian, you're trans, you're bisexual, you're asexual, anything under the LGBTQ plus spectrum. You don't have to tell any of them. That's not the only thing that you are. It's not your responsibility to have to tell everybody anything, especially if you know it's going to make a situation worse. There are some instances in which life is just easier, or the only way you can be, say, friends with your mom is that you don't talk about the fact that you are gay. And I know that really sucks. It's not ideal, but you know yourself best, and you know what you are personally able to handle and are gonna be okay with. It's already hard enough sometimes to realize who you are and to accept it just for yourself. And then having to deal with trying to get somebody else on board sometimes isn't worth your energy. Your energy should be spent loving yourself in as many ways as possible, finding more ways to love you. So that way, how can people not love you? So that way, when the time comes or whatever, when you do tell them, you decide to tell them, because you know you best. I don't know your situation and everything. You know you best. You know when is the time, or maybe if it's never gonna be the time, that you will be strong enough to handle the outcome of that situation no matter what happens. No matter if they're like, that's it, you're out of my life, I don't wanna deal with you ever, or anything like that. Or if they're like, I can't handle it at first, or they're uncomfortable at first, and it takes them, a lot of people, it does take some time, because it becomes this big event when you do this coming out sort of thing, because you yourself have built it up into this thing that really isn't a big deal. It honestly is not a big deal at all. The fact that we have because society is structured the way that it is, and it feels so foreign to a lot of people, just doesn't make sense, because it's completely natural, normal. You were born that way. It shouldn't be this whole hubbub, you know? And for some of us, because of the situations that we are brought up in, it becomes a bigger thing than it really needs to be. Once you do it, it's really not that big of a deal. You feel a lot better, and hopefully you've chosen very special people in your life that love you, will love you unconditionally, that it doesn't matter. And if anything, it brings you closer together, because now they know you a little bit better than they did before, and you are more vulnerable with them than, say, other people. And if you don't feel like you have anybody in your life that you feel comfortable with, there's always online, or there's LGBT centers where there's groups you get together with to talk. And online, there are communities everywhere. Even on YouTube, you can find a community in the comment section of YouTube videos. There are communities all over the place where you can make friends, you can find somebody to talk to that might feel more comfortable than telling somebody in person. Like I said, you don't have to tell anybody that you feel like it's not gonna add to your life, like this isn't going to be beneficial to your life. Don't feel obligated just because they're your blood, or they're your family, or they're your friend. If you know that they have some sort of strong dislike towards the LGBT community, you don't have to tell them, because you don't need them to throw their prejudice on you. If and when you do decide to tell somebody like that, you're breaking a vision that they have of you. You're breaking their idea of the person that they think that you are. As we know, a lot of people are just not very comfortable with change. Change is hard, change is difficult. A lot of people are not emotionally mature enough to deal with change, so it might be an issue. It's really hard to break somebody's image of you, but the right people will understand that you're you're painting more colors into the picture instead of you're taking away what this picture they thought was. I like that. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't want this video to be too long. You know yourself best. Don't make your life harder than it has to be. Be happy. The only person that really matters that knows it's you feeling okay. That's the most important thing, is you feeling love for you. Because if you don't have any love for you and then you tell somebody else, they can really, really mess you up. Trust me, they can really mess you up. All right, guys, if you like this video, I just wanted to address a bunch of those comments that I had on a video. Try to put that out there in hopes to help. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, put some comments in the comment section below. Any other questions you might have, I will try to help as best I can. And if you're not already following me on Instagram and Twitter, at Jera, you know, hit that bell for notifications because I'm putting up a lot of videos this month. I want you to be here. I'm Jera, sky's the limit. Woo! What do I do if, like, I know the people, what do I do if, your energy should be spent worth, your energy should be spent, your energy should, ooh, it's sweaty in here. I am sweaty. You're welcome.